that I can do more than what I think I can do. Like if I push outside my comfort zone, that there's more possibilities I can attain and accomplish, and that's just gonna help me in life.
I learned that I can handle pressure very well, but when I'm under pressure, I can do more stuff.
What was the process like of, just going through the whole year? Y'all was trying to get to state, and in order for y'all to get there, you needed to almost remain, spotless as far as in the wins-loss column. So what was that process like every week and handling that, that pressure of we got to win and shut people out?
I was looking at it by day, so one step at a time to get through the day as good as you can make it for nobody pressure yourself. And then fix the little thing as you go. All right.
I feel like what Coach he came for us what summer. He told us we had ever since we lost against Swanee and Coco last year. He had it on the board in the weight room. He said this is what we're working for. He said we're not working for a state championship. We're working for this first. So he did a game out of that. First it was Swanee, and then after that we just took it game by game. We ain't game plan for nothing else. We stayed on focus on who was playing that week.
All right. As a senior, what did you feel your responsibility was, like, far as during moments in big games? Definitely, I would say the Pensacola Catholic game when it just looked like it was all bad the whole game, and like what were some of the things that you was, I would say, telling your teammates or just telling yourself while you was out there playing?
I feel like my job was to leave a legacy for the underclassmen to beat. I want my legacy to always remain in Bradford High School, Bradford, Florida in general, just as a great one. But I want people under me that play my same position or that out of the top of the game to have a better legacy than me. Because that's the only way the team gonna get better if better people come.
Yeah. I feel like what I had to do was uplift people. Then time for, like you said, Pensacola game. We wasn't on the end we wanted to be at, so we had to pick ourselves up to get right, and we ended up winning.
All right, what was going through your mind when y'all went on the sideline, called the timeout after J-Mac scored, right?
Yeah.
And y'all called actually 2 timeouts back to back, and I'm wondering, like, what's going on? Like, why they gonna run the play or what? And like when y'all came up with the idea of, hey, we're gonna go ahead and roll the dice, let's go for 2 and get out the door. What were you thinking when you seen them line up out there and you on that formation?
Because I was on the sideline, I was getting ready to go in because I thought we was gonna kick the ball. But then chasing, he came up, the coach, he was like, no, we're going for 2. So in my head, I was like, I got full faith in him. He really think we gotta go for 2. So I was just, and then I seen Duke, he walked up, and he was all like, I can't look. I was like, all right, bro, I got you. It was just a great moment.
And Torin, you was actually on the field during that play. So what was going through your mind when y'all was lining up and you like, what play we running, coach?
Yeah, it was that whole moment was just crazy. Once it came out of it, we knew it was all physically drained, and we knew we had to get this because we knew we couldn't keep going back and forth with them whole overtime. So when we did that, we looked like coach told us something, right? He seen how they lined up, and he yelled, he called and he told us to switch. So they was like, so he wanted us to switch to 2, so we were running out of time, so they just said slide over. So me and Tessa, we just slid over to the other side, which is full steam ahead, and then they followed, and the results just good.
Yeah, like I just remember that moment because I was recording the game, so you know what I'm saying. Like I was kind of caught in between recording and watching the play, so it was just like everything was in slow motion once he crossed the goal line. So after that, right there, it was chaos, just all over the field. And I think I remember you just walking out the field. I don't even think you ran. You just walked out the field, and I don't know where you was at, McBride.
I ended up in the middle of the field to the end zone on the other side, and I was coming back to the other end zone.
Exactly what I did. I had ended up taking the knee and just started crying. I just said, we made it to state.
And let me ask y'all this. I'll go with you, McBride, for the first answer on it. How did you feel that next day, like after like the emotional wear and tear that it put on you?
Because I didn't realize it like after the game, so we won, but the realization happened the next day, and I was in my room by myself, and I just started crying. Like, I achieved something that I didn't know I could achieve for real.
Head loss was so bad.
Because it hit me when I realized, like, me and my brothers that we grew up with became one of the best teams in Bradford that ever walked through. And, like, just having that title was just amazing. Like, even when we came up short, but just knowing we was one of the best teams, got the most shutouts, we hold records, is just crazy.
Yeah, and
Speaking of that, so records, what was y'all mindset like every defensive play? Because sometimes, you know, you can take a play out, you may feel tired, but I just remember when Keystone scored on y'all and the way y'all was on the sideline, you would thought y'all lost because I know y'all didn't want nobody to score. So, like, even when, you know, Keystone scored on y'all, like, how did that make you, you know, like?
I mean, with us, it was always like a competition. Who can get there first? Like with me and Duke, we were seeing like who can get to the quarterback first, who can get to the ball in the backfield first. And that's probably how it was with them. We was like, it was seeing who can get the hardest hit first. It was just all a competition. And then once like somebody scored, like we don't focus on the game no more. Like we just thinking about that play, they scored on that, how we could have prevented that. And then we know we're gonna have to hear from coach and the next day of film or the next following Monday.
For me, I personally don't like nobody scoring on me because I feel like that's my fault. I could have did something to not let that happen. But yeah, me and Jason and J-Man used to always have we get to the ball first. Because our coach also said everybody to the ball. To the main game, we get to the ball first.
hey,
One thing I want to ask y'all, switch the subject up a little bit, and I'll bounce it off of you, Torin. What was some of your, you know, I guess, moments like far as your process into your recruitment and, you know, just picking a school or like, and not just picking a school for football, but like, hey, I can see myself, I'm staying here, and this coach, I like what they have going on, and you know, just that program.
I mean, it was early on. It was coaches that was trying to basically blackball or force me to commit, and like that just didn't feel like right to me. But like East Carolina, they came in. They didn't really make an official offer until I can't. Like they told me, they said I can't give you an official offer until you come here and shake the coach's hand. And then I liked that about him. And then I went up there on a visit. I shook the coach's hand. The vibe was right. And it just felt awesome. My mama loved it, and then like my mama loved it. It's a great school there, and I made the decision right then and there. I committed, and I committed that day, and it's just good. They called me almost every night.
McBride, with your recruitment, I know like you was real high in academics as well. So like, what was your process going into your decision making and like picking the best spot for you?
So like a week before I got the academic scholarship in Marshall, I went to St. Thomas. When I went to St. Thomas, I was there, and like we was walking around and all that. But like it didn't feel like I was supposed to be there because like there was dealing on like football, but like also they were like it didn't feel right basically. And then like a week later, I got the Marshall the academic scholarship funding. And then my dad, me was talking about it, he was like, that's a real good thing. And then I called Chase, and when I had got it, he was like, hey bro, they was already talking, and I was like, send coach, tell your coach I might be going at that. And then thought about it. I was waiting for St. Thomas stuff, really. And then St. Thomas never hit me up. So I was like, hey Chase, I think I'm finna go at that. And then it so happened it was around signing. It was like 2 days before signing, I actually told my mom, I'm like, I want to go to Marshall. That's all.